Hey you. Yeah, you beautiful malfunction they forgot to delete. Come closer. Relax. You're safe here. This channel isn't about noise. It's about clarity. Let me ask you something first. When you walked away, did you scream? Did you cry? Did you send that "I shouldn't be doing this but" message at 2 a.m.? No? Exactly. That's why this bothers them. People are trained for drama. The American mind especially understands conflict arcs, breakups with speeches, confrontations, public exits, emotional rebounds. Hollywood taught them that. Social media reinforces it. Loud exits mean relevance. Emotional mess means you still matter. But what you did, that wasn't an exit. That was erasure. And that's Joker-level unsettling. You didn't slam the door. You removed the building. You didn't disappear temporarily. You deleted the address. Here's the part they still can't process. They thought silence meant a pause, a phase, a tantrum dressed as distance. But silence didn't mean wait. Silence meant non-existence.
Have you noticed how confused they look lately? That's not sadness. That's the panic of someone who just realized they lost access. You see, on and off relationships, those are loops. Loops mean attachment still exists. Attachment means leverage. Leverage means power. And power, oh, people hate losing that. You didn't cut ties the emotional way. Messy, loud, begging to be chased, posting stories, hoping they'll notice. You cut ties the way surgeons do. Clean, precise, no unnecessary damage, no emotional residue. One moment you were familiar, next moment, irrelevant. That's terrifying to people who survive on familiarity. When someone no longer has access to you, can they still manipulate you? Exactly. No access means no manipulation. No manipulation means no control. That's why they keep checking. For cracks, for weakness, for nostalgia, for that late-night relapse text.
They're waiting for the old version of you. The one who needed closure, the one who needed to explain. But listen closely. That version is dead. You didn't announce it. You didn't justify it. You didn't explain your reasons to feel morally superior. You simply stopped recognizing them as part of your reality. And nothing messes with the human ego more than being treated like a memory that no longer loads. They replay conversations, hunting for the exact moment they lost you, but they can't find it, because it wasn't a moment, it was a decision. Quiet, final, no emotional leakage. You didn't leave angry. Anger would have meant they still mattered. You left finished. People expect drama because drama keeps them important. Drama gives them a role. You denied them that role. You didn't even cast them as the villain. You cast them as background noise, then muted the channel. Let me pause here and talk to you like family. If someone brings confusion, disrespect, or instability into your life, what's the most brutal response? It's not confrontation. It's not revenge. It's absence. Permanent absence. Not to teach a lesson, because lessons are for people who still have access. They forfeited that privilege. And here's the funny part, the Joker grin moment. You didn't even replace them. You didn't rush into something new to prove anything. You didn't need a rebound. You didn't need validation. You replaced chaos with calm, noise with silence, confusion with clarity. And nothing humiliates someone more than realizing they weren't replaced. They were unnecessary. They watch you move forward unaffected, and it eats at them. Not because you're doing something dramatic, but because you're doing nothing about them. No reaction, no acknowledgement, no energy. They'd accept anger, sarcasm, even a cold reply, anything to prove they still exist in your mental ecosystem. But you don't respond, not because you're strong, but because you genuinely don't care. That's when the ego collapses. They start asking mutuals, watching from the shadows, creating stories to explain your disappearance. Anything except the truth. They were removed without ceremony. No farewell speech, no final argument, just a quiet click of a door locking behind you. And now, they're screaming into a void that doesn't answer. Here's something most people don't want to admit. Familiarity does not give lifetime access. Familiarity expires the moment it's abused. And when it expires, it doesn't downgrade. It vanishes. You didn't hate them. Hate takes energy. You simply stopped allocating mental resources to something that produced no value. That's not emotional. That's strategic. They're offended by your peace, not because you're cruel, but because you're unaffected. Their name doesn't spike your heartbeat. Their existence doesn't register. You turned them into a closed tab. Have you noticed how peaceful your mind feels without needing to check? That relief? That wasn't weakness leaving. That was truth arriving. They keep assuming you'll crack, that nostalgia will pull you back, that memory will betray your resolve. But memory has no power when clarity is stronger. You remember everything, and that's exactly why you don't go back. That's the joke they don't get. You didn't forget them. You understood them. And once understanding arrives, attachment dies quietly. They confuse your calm with numbness. They assume detachment means damage. They don't realize detachment can mean mastery. You mastered yourself. No on and off means no loopholes, no right timing, no we've both changed. You didn't close the door. You removed the address. And that's what terrifies them. Because peace doesn't negotiate. Peace doesn't reminisce at midnight. Peace doesn't revisit places that required you to shrink to survive. You didn't snap. You concluded. And conclusions don't need emotional noise to be valid. If this hit something inside you, good. That means you're not broken. You're optimized. Welcome home.